Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mattel Jurassic World review. Today we take a look at the new Dino Trackers Danger Pack Dakosaurus. It's nice to see another marine reptile added to the Jurassic World series. Mattel has pretty much excelled at most of their marine reptiles. The Tandystropheus, the less said about that, cracked out monstrosity, the better. So yeah, I was really excited that they announced a Dakosaurus. Pretty cool looking figure. Now I ended up finding this at my local Walmart. Finally, Walmart is getting new figures in. I've seen this wave and the wave before that, and Best Buy is also carrying these. So those are your two best bets if you're trying to track these new figures down. So let's go over the package really quick before we crack open this Dakosaurus. It's part of the Dino Trackers line, so it does have a biome. It's from, no crap, it's from a water biome. We got blue and bait over here. Jurassic World logo covered up a little bit by the tail. Dino Trackers logo down here. And spinning around, we get a picture of the other figures available in this wave. The amazing looking Borrella Pelta, the Macaw Pyroraptor. Always keep forgetting what this one's called because I still haven't finished the review on it. And there's the Dakosaurus. So enough about the packaging. Let's crack this figure open and take a closer look. And here is the Dakosaurus out of the packaging. Another nice looking marine reptile from Mattel. Like I said earlier, they seem to excel at doing marine reptiles. So Dakosaurus is a type of crocodile that's mostly suited for a fully aquatic lifestyle. The paint job on it is pretty good. I've been pretty hard on Dino Trackers for their very inconsistent paint jobs. I have to say the Dakosaurus has a nice cohesive paint scheme. The main body is a dark bluish gray coloration. They have this light gray for the head and the back with this dark brown striping that really contrasts nicely together. Has a big ugly looking head with lots of sharp teeth. The flippers are nicely done, and that tail fluke at the end really helps this figure to, you can pose on the shelf and it looks like it's actually swimming. It's kind of weird, positioning the marine reptiles on the shelves with the flippers, but this one stands up pretty well. Like I said, it gives a nice swimming motion with the flippers and that fluke on the tail. So all around, pretty neat figure. And time for some measurements. This figure is 7 inches long from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, or 17.8 centimeters, about 1.5 inches tall to the top of the head, or 3.8 centimeters. So Dakosaurus in real life was between 13 to 16 feet long, or 4 to 5 meters. So I put this figure in the 122 to the 127 scale range. And now let's zoom in and take a look at this big ugly head on this figure. I really like how the head came out on here. Yeah, it does have those wacky Mattel proportions. Dakosaurus was a little bit more streamlined than this chunky fella, but it has to fit on the Danger Pack packaging, so compromises have to be made. But yeah, really like how it turned out. You got these big chompers with this kind of like off-white paint, almost a yellowish color. You can see the eye painted yellow. Orange with a black pupil. The whole head is cast in this light gray coloration. You have these dark brown markings along the side of the head, and on the top you have these very large looking crocodile scales on the top of the head and on the lower jaw. Opening up the mouth all the way, you can see some nice detail on the tongue. Nice details right there with the, I can't even talk today, I just banged my head into one of my studio lights. Yeah, you got all this nice glossy pink paint for the tongue and on the gums. And let's reset my brain over here. And going down to the flippers, you have some really powerful looking flippers. You can almost see the fingers in the flipper sculpting right here, a lot of scale detail on those. Going to the back, you can see more of that light gray with that dark brown striping, and then it transitions into that dark bluish gray plastic for the rest of the body. Nice details along the sides. You can see some osteoderms sculpted in along the side and along the tail. Going down to the hind flippers, same thing, nicely sculpted detail, and you have that nice looking tail fluke at the end of the tail, obviously. So yeah, all around, really neat looking figure, just like the chunky, mean, sinister look of this guy. And before I forget, let's do the scan code really quick for those of you who want to scan this into the Fax app. Now, articulation, mouth can close kind of flush. It can open up really wide. Right here is like the maximum range, and once you go further than that, the gums start to pop out. You do have a hinge for the head that allow the head to raise up and go down about that far. So that's really neat. Neck articulation, going down to the flippers, they can move forwards and backwards, and they can't swing out at all. There is no hinge joint on the tail like most of the other marine reptiles. Same thing for the back flippers when we get forwards and backwards movement, and completely useless tail rotation, so the articulation is pretty basic on this figure. Moving on with comparisons, here it is with the Hammond Collection Robert Muldoon. And let's do some fellow Dino Tracker figures. Here it is with the amazing looking Boreal Apelta. And next up, here it is with this unholy abomination, the Bista Reversa. And next, here it is with the Orcoraptor. Let's do a few other marine reptiles. Here it is with the Nothosaurus. And next, here it is with the Kronosaurus. And lastly, for marine and reptiles, here it is with the amazing looking Elasmosaurus. And lastly, here it is with the Dino Trackers Indominus Rex. So final thoughts on Mattel's Dakosaurus. Another fun marine reptile by them. Quite like this figure. Like the neck articulation, how it can go all the way up for different poses. Paint job is nice and cohesive, just like how that dark bluish gray contrasts with the light gray and that brown striping. So all around a really fun figure. Like I said, these aren't accurate figures. They're just fun, and sometimes, Mattel is pretty good at making fun, exaggerated looking creatures like this Dakosaurus. So definitely do recommend this guy for your collection. And like I said at the beginning of the review, these can be found at at Walmart and Best Buy. So wish you the best of luck hunting these guys down. So that will do it for the review. Still have a few more Jurassic World figures I need to catch up on. I got that big Triceratops coming in the next couple days. Really looking forward to that one. So that will do it. As always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps the channel tremendously and is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.